Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". First down, Cannon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Throwing on first down, Cannon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. The first carry now for Joey Josefa. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen. An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. Time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. This time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go.
And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check it to a throw the next time.
To throw on 2nd down. Cannon. Throw left side complete. That's Rowe. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Looking to throw. Cannon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hansen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Powerful running. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. And
he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 0-0 our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Back to throw. Cannon. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Off the play fake. Cannon. The swing pass caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Here's Joey Josefa. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. This is taken at the 15. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. Oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Well, they've got that lead so far, 1 interception. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
Off play action. Cannon. Throw left side complete. That's Rowe. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He sets to fire deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off around the 37. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw. Cannon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Love to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Patriots. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back to throw. Cannon. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green.
Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hubbard. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
To throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The give to the fullback on the dive. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Saints trail at home at halftime. The Patriots will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Saints with possession halfway through one. Thompson's going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Now 1st and 10. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Anderson's in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. Now following the interception, Cannon's got the completion here, and this goes 25 yards for the score as they take a 7-0 lead. We go now to early in the second. Robertson's got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome for the start of the second half.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a good gain. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll set up a throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's brought down after a good gain. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Operating from the gun, Cannon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Cannon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score, and it's the Steelers who've moved out in front in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second down following the run.
Here we go. Green, 30.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Oh,
he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Dolphins, they have extended their lead in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On first and 10, Cannon looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hansen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and 12. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a third and 11. New England on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is third and 11. Off the play fake. Cannon. Throw left side complete. That's Hansen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? New England on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's third and 3.
Let's go! 3-19!
From the gun, Cannon. And able to find Green. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it despite all the extra contact and people around him.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Here we go. 3-19.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on third down. Cannon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Looking to throw. Got a man over the complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go! 3-19!
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Sullivan. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
The Saints on third down, just 1 conversion in 8 tries, not good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go! 3-19!
He'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's the option going left on second down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. New England on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Calling a gain of 5, 4th down now. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. A win would be their first of the young season.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. The Saints on third down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now. Green.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Pats, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.